Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, and welcome back to the astrological overview for September 2019 for Gemini. You can reach me at my website, which is readingsbyleonardtmunson.net, or my email address, mercury524 at msn.com, or my Facebook business page, which is Readings by Leonard T. Munson. You can go to my website, and if you want a private reading, you go to the part where it tells you the time of the reading, how much time you're going to use, and you order it, or any other thing on my website through my calendar. Okay? Now, Gemini, hello, September. Mercury is a fellow ruling planet. Virgo is a mutable earth sign, and you're a mutable air sign. So there's a compatibility there if they are developed and positive. Now, some of this will resonate with some of you, and some of it will not. This is for Gemini's sun, rising, and moon. You take what you need. So everyone who is listening to this overview, there's something there for each one of you who are Gemini. Okay, you take what you need to create your own portrait. Now, your solar sun is in your 6th house, which is Scorpio. Scorpio is the 8th house, the house of intimacy, share resources, rising from the ashes, death and resurrection, transformation, change. So a lot of you are going through change. Stop fighting it, flow with it. Excuse me. And secrets. And these changes are emotional. Scorpio is a water sign, so it deals with everything emotional first and thinking second. This change has to do with ending of some emotional attachment from the past, the present, that you do not want to go into the future. Some of you are cross watchers. Cross watchers are people who visit other people's websites. Okay? Scorpio rules the sex organs or the sex drive. So some of you might be having issues down there that it needs to be corrected or going to the doctor. I hope some of you are using protection in any sexual intercourse that you do. Don't let these women tell you don't know, they don't need nothing, and don't let these men tell you, Gemini, you don't need anything. Protect yourself, okay, at all times in that sexual part of your body. Some of you need to wash right after you have sex, that you're not doing it. Some of you need to use protection. If you don't want a baby, put a rubber on it. If you don't want to have one, put a raincoat on it. Accept responsibility for it. So when a Scorpio represents death, that means if whatever that issue is emotional that you're going through, Gemini, it is finished. It is over with. There's no recurring. There's no coming back. So whatever these emotional issues you're going to have, you're ending it. Now we're going to talk about the planets that's affecting this endings and letting go. Jupiter. Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. It's in its own base. It was retrograding from April, and it went direct on the 11th of August. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, new opportunities, truth, wealth, and karma. So if you have put out good karma, Gemini, it's going to expand to new opportunities. Those opportunities that you act on when Jupiter is retrograding, it's now going to expand. You'll be hearing from these sources that you had to contact. That's going to open up. Be patient, and it's going to open up for you. Okay? Now, if you didn't do good, Gemini, there's a price to pay. You're going to reap what you sow before you go. So whatever you think, say, and put out there, if it's positive, it's coming back to you in that way. If it's negative, it's coming back to you in a negative way in the circumstances. So some of you are cold Geminis, don't care, and you run off your mouth, you say things you shouldn't say. Because if I slap you in your face, that sting is going to leave. But if you say something to me, every time I see you, that's going to resurface that. So we have to think twice before we speak. And you need to speak your truth. I agree with that, Gemini. But speak it in a diplomatic way. So you can take the anger out of it. And when you're presenting it to whoever, they can see the anger is not there. So their reaction will not be anger, but it will be in a positive way. So some of you are letting go of some of the emotional issues in relationships. You're just not dealing with it anymore. You're finished with it. You're letting it go. If you wanted to have sex with that person and they were throwing you the singles and now they don't want to do it, just let it go. Some of you will let that go, but you like that person and you still want to be a friend with them. So heal and forgive. But I don't see you coming into an emotional alignment with these people again. Okay? You're not wasting your time. Okay? So you're letting that go and you're looking for new horizons. Again, I pick out some of you having some issues in your sexual organ with Scorpio rule. So it could be something minor. So get it checked out. If you have to take any medicine or things like that, you need to take it. Okay. Okay. Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn. It went retrograde in April the 30th and will stay there until September the 18th. The two letters read when a planet is retrograde is review, recheck, re-examine, go back over it and see what mistakes you made and you want to correct it. Pluto represents something that's hidden. That light needs to be shown on it, Gemini. And you must end it, okay? Now, Pluto is the ruling planet of Scorpio, where your solar sixth house is in Scorpio, okay? So there's some emotional issues here that needs to be addressed. Accept your responsibility, forgive yourself, forgive those because they were damaged individual. You didn't do anything wrong. Let it go. So this is part of that ending, this emotional ending. Okay, Pluto is also the ruling planet of Aries. You started this process maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Now it needs to be completed, and you're going to complete it. And also, I pick up some of you, Gemini. Love yourself. Accept who you are, because you can't be anybody else but you. Hell with what they think. Be yourself. Be your authentic self. I get a lot of jealousy around some of you. Some of the people you've been around, they're jealous of you. Some of you are achievers, and some of you Geminis are not. Some of you are lazy. Some of you are good with the gab, scam artists, like to take advantage of you. But now you're getting older, some of you, and you have nothing to show for what you've been doing. Okay? We have Saturn in Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is the 10th house. Some of you are changing careers, are retiring. Some of you are using some gifts or talents that you've been working on and using. You're going to do it full time, and it's going to be a money-making aspect for you. Some of you just got to take chances and listen to your intuition, because with Scorpio, your solar sixth house in Scorpio, it deals with endings. It also deals with intuition. Listen to your intuition and feeling, then act on it. If you see something, emails, oh, I think I can do that, reply back to that and give a little introduction of what you would like to do. Okay? You'll hear back from these people, some of you doing. Okay? Okay. Now, both of these are in Saturn. Saturn is in Capricorn from April the 30th to September the 18th. So there's a change here going now. Saturn also represents setting boundaries. Some of you have not set your boundaries, and you got to say no. Stop being a people pleaser. If you don't want to do something, I'm not doing it. And I don't care whether he or she like it or not. Hell with them. You don't do that. You stop trying to please everybody. You please the divine source of the universe and yourself first. Father figures here. Some issues here with fathers here, Gemini. Some of you have some issues that you didn't tell your father you love them, or you didn't feel that they told you they love you, or they didn't treat you like they love you, or they didn't spend time. But some of your fathers did love you, and you know it. And you know it now, whether they're still alive or they're not, because they saw the great potential in you, and they had to be hard on you, else you would fell by the wayside. So that's what that Pluto is in Scorpio, as in Capricorn. Some of you are redoing your public image, your reputation. Okay, some lies have been said about you, and people realizing that these things have been said and it's not true. And then we have Uranus retrograding in Taurus. Here's Taurus, the fifth chakra, which is your throat. Speak your truth. Don't hold it in. Are they holding it in? No, they're not. They're saying what they want to say. But you be smarter. Use your intellect. That's what you're all about. You will take the anger out of it. And when you do your presentation, hey, what am I angry with him for? So this is that ending of these emotional issues. You're letting people go in your life that's no longer useful anymore. You outgrew them. There's not a fair exchange. See, a fair exchange is no robbery. And so a lot of them have been robbing you by taking and not giving emotionally, spiritually, physically, sexually. You want a partner. Some of you want to meet your soul seed, your twin flame, and you will meet them very soon. You're tired of one night stand, boom, bam, thank you, man. You don't want that anymore. You want something foundational, something that is stable. So if they come to you, they got to have something to present on the table, just like you do, more than what's between their legs. That's not going to sustain it. Again, there's this sex thing here, too. Some of you got a high sex drive, baby. So you better find an outlet. Do some exercising, do some yoga, go for walking, just take part into some physical activity, because this high sex drive is just, And if you're going to do it, protect yourself. You tell them, I practice safe sex. Okay. All right. Uranus also read that some of you are going to be using less money and more cashless options here. I see some of you are going to get involved in long distance relationship. You're looking at that. I see you're getting involved with the relationship with younger women or men, or with younger people and older people who can teach you something that is more substantial than just boom, bang, thank you, man. You get tired of that, okay? Some of you having the whole LGBTQ community. Okay, this transit of Uranus starts March the 6th, 2019, and it's a long transit, will be there to 2026. So some of you are accepting who you are and loving yourself. You came to be you. Okay, the divine made you gay. There's no environmental or no genes, all that bull. That's your purpose. Some of you getting back to the relationship with the earth. Planting gardens, herb gardens, flowers, tuning into things to clean up the earth, clean up the water, clean up the air, getting away from GMOs, more the diets are better, more fresh fruits and vegetables, and tuning yourself away from this chemical drug pushes from the doctors and the ones on the corners too. Some of you are tuning into your body needs more to help it last longer, to stay healthy and younger. Okay, now we have Virgo here. The sun is in Virgo, so that's in your 6th solar house. And the sun, Mars, Mercury, your ruler, Venus, are all in Virgo. And then we have Capricorn and Saturn and Capricorn and Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So that's 6 planets in the Earth sign. Okay, Mercury's in Virgo, so that's your ruling planet over Virgo. So your communication is getting better. You're speaking up. You're saying what you need to say. You're writing things, but review them before you send emails and texts in, because there could be some things there that is misunderstood. Okay, to some of you. Okay, transportation issues, issue with your car. Some issues with your car needs to be addressed. Okay, brakes, lights coming on. It needs to be addressed. If you stop it now, it can keep from going into anything bigger and further. Venus is in Mercury. So Venus is in Virgo. So you're ruled by Mercury. So you're getting a lot more attention from the opposite sex or the same sex and everything. People are seeing you more elegant, more sophisticated, more charming, more desirable. Some of you are in relationships. There's been a little issue there, but it's now has been worked out and you're coming together. Some of you have broken off relationships that were stagnated and you weren't getting what you want and you were wasting your time. So I see you parting for those. And those are single, they are just out there mingling and looking for something right to come along. So get out and get them and be alone. Accept invitation. And even if you have to go by yourself, Gemini. You like to explore. Mars is in Virgo. Mars is the masculine part and Venus is the feminine part. So you have the drive now to do things, to clean up things, to keep your house beautiful, to take care of detailed things about the house, or chores around the house that needs to be done, or making a plan for a renovation. And some of you could be selling a house. Houses on the market. I feel from the divine source of you that a buyer is right around the corner. So be a little bit more patient. Neptune is in Pisces, retrograde. Get your head out the cloud, get out of that fantasy world, and deal with reality and do what you need to do. And one of the stones that I want you to carry with you this month is called the aquamarine. This is like it has a greenish tone or a clear tone to it. I want you to put this and carry this with you, Gemini. And some of you having issues with your neck and your throat. That's because that 5th chakra is blocked. So I want you to get some castor oil, organic castor oil, and heat this and rub this around and unblock it because you're not speaking up, but you need to speak up. Okay? So this is one of the stones, the aquamarine. It's kind of clear and it's kind of cloudy and it's kind of like a light little green in here. That's what I'm looking for here. So I need you to carry this with you for the month of September. So I want you to listen to your intuition and your feelings and act on it. If you go against it, then those negative things that you don't want to happen will occur. I want you to pay more attention to your dreams. Issues are coming through your dream to tell you that it's being taken care of on the spiritual plane. Also, with Saturn and Pluto, Saturn and Capricorn, some of you are going to lose people that you're very close to, or a mentor or family member in the physical form. Remember, they're always with you in the spiritual form. This is just transit, this body that you have. This spirit is housed in it. It's just like a boat that's on the water. You need that boat to float to create buoyancy. So we need this body to hold us down on this planet. That's what they call gravity. That is your first chakra. It stabilizes you. It grounds you. So a lot of you are grounding, okay? A lot of you need to do more meditation or do meditation to focus on the things that you want to occur. So if you listen and obey, then your situation will change. If you don't, it will remain the same. So Gemini, I hope to see you again in October 2019 when I do the next overview. Ciao.